Welcome back to another Tech Channel podcast. This is Delvon here, and I'm here to talk about the Google Pixel 7 Pro. All right. So this podcast is not going to be too long. I just want to kind of like brush up on my thoughts of like what I feel about the Pixel 7 Pro. A lot of you have seen obviously Google Google Keynote and seen the pictures all over the internet of the new Pixel Watch coming out, the Pixel tablet, which we just seen a placement picture of it, and the Buds and the 7 Pro and 7. And I currently have the 6, and I'm planning on upgrading to the Pro this year. Obviously, I tried to get my hands on a Pro last year. They just kept pushing my date back. And I really wanted to try the new Pixel with the Tensor chip. So kind of walked in Best Buy and just bought the Pixel 6. It was that easy to get a Pixel 6. But when it came to the Pro, they pushed it back to like January when I pre-ordered in October. Was it October? Yeah, I think it was October, which is ridiculous. So I was impatient. So this year, if it happens again, I am just going to wait it out since I already have a Pixel 6 and I'm pretty much going to have all the new software that they're going to have with Android 13. I just won't have the slightly better hardware that they're going to give us this year. So I can wait. So with that being said, there's really 3 reasons, and I want to say really 2 reasons that I'm planning on upgrading to the 7 from my 6. And some people would just keep their 6s this year, but I'm just going to tell you my 2.5 reasons, I guess. One would be I do want the bigger phone. Okay, I'm used to having a bigger phone, and the 6.4 is big enough, to be honest with you, but I know there's one that's bigger that can give me a bigger experience or better screen real estate experience that I want. So that's more so the reason I'm going there. And this one is more in hopes. This is like a hope. I hope that they actually give us a better fingerprint reader and add face unlock. That's a hope. So if they do, that is the biggest reason why I will upgrade, because I don't like this reader currently up here. It's one of those readers where I have to think about it every time I unlock my phone, and I hate that. I really hate it. It works fine, but I have to think about it, and that's the problem. So because I have to think about it, I don't like it. So that is like the biggest. And the next one is the Tensor 2 chip, because this Tensor 1 chip is phenomenal. It works, is great. And as great as this chip is, having the second version of this might just take my experience even higher. So that's like my main 3 reasons why I plan to actually upgrade. Now, the only downside to it, to me, is going from the flat panel to a curved display. I really wish one day that Android manufacturers just stop with these curved displays. Give us a flagship with a flat screen, just like Apple's doing. I'm so sick of these curved displays. It's just nerve-wracking, and I want the best of the best in the flat panel. I'm tired of curves. That is me. That is my thoughts on that. I'm just hoping that one day that we can get that. Please, Google. I know you're not watching this. I'm the little guy, but please, Google, please, man. I know it ain't going to even be this year because it just looks like the leaks are just pointing to a curved display. But please, one day, just think about it. Just think about just matching it. You too, Samsung. I'm not probably going to buy your phone again right now, but I'm just saying, please give us that flat panel. Don't let Apple be the only one out here with a flat panel. Don't let them be the only ones. But anyways. Those are like my big 3 reasons that I'm looking to actually upgrade to the Pixel 7 or whatever Pro this year. So you tell me how you feel. Do you is this going to be your first Pixel with the new Tensor chip, or you're planning on upgrading, or you just going to stick with what you already have if you have one? Tell me if you're thinking about grabbing one, or you had one and you took it back and you had a very, very bad experience, because I know a lot of people had got the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro this year, and it just was a terrible experience for them. I haven't had that terrible experience, but I get it. Sometimes you buy something and it just don't work. You got to take it back. You got to take it back. So, yeah, those are my big reasons right there. My expectations for it. I'm really hoping that the battery, let me just say this because this is obvious, right? I'm not expecting like them to outdo like Apple in battery at all. In fact, I'm expecting Apple to outdo Apple, if anything. Realistically, we all want better batteries. So if anything, each year that we get a new device, we always want them to make the battery better. I don't care if you own a Max. If I owned a Max and the battery gives me 2 days battery life, I would still be like, Apple, come on, man, give us another day. If they gave us 3, next year I'd be like, come on, give us another day. I mean, because who wouldn't want a phone literally lasting like 5 or 6 days? Can you imagine from like back in the old school days where I grew up? We had phones that lasted a whole week. I mean, obviously they weren't smartphones. So imagine a smartphone today giving us that same long battery life. That'll be amazing. So I always and forever always will love to see innovation in battery technology, period. I don't care if I get 3 days, I'm still going to complain about wanting more, and I'm still going to complain about wanting more because I want to keep pushing the battery as far as we can. I mean, getting like 30 days would be like really over the top, but by the time we get to that point, we might not even have cell phones anymore. It might be something weird in our palm, like on Total Recall where they put it up to the glass, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, realistically, yeah, I want to see better battery life in the Pixel 6 Pro 7 series or whatever. Not saying that my battery is bad. My battery on my Pixel 6 can go 2 days. On heavy usage, it'll go 1 day. Light days, 2 days. I have really no issue with the battery whatsoever. I just always want to see improvements. Another area where I always want to see improvements is camera. No matter how good the cameras are every year on these devices, I always want to see camera improvements on these cameras, no matter what. I want these sensors to get big, like DSLR cameras or FX cameras. I don't know how they ever going to be able to do something like that. But either way, I just want to always see innovation in the camera lenses that we get, the zoom capabilities, the wide angles, the processing, everything camera related. I always want to see improvements. That's never going to be an area where I'm going to be like, oh yeah, I'm completely happy. Never. I have photography cameras right now, and as I buy these cameras and use them, there's always things I be like, oh, I wish it had this. I wish it did this. I wish it had this and had that. And every year that these companies come out with a new camera, they're adding features. And it's getting to a point where it's getting to, be close to a perfect camera for me. Not a perfect camera, but just of fitting all my needs and wants, but not really quite there at all. So I don't think they ever really get there. They're just getting closer. And that's the same thing with these cell phones and stuff like that. So I would like to see that. And definitely I want to see Face Unlock up there. I don't need it to be secure like Apple. Apple Secure Lock is Face Lock, while Samsung's and most other Androids is the fingerprint. That is 100% fine. That's their secure lock. That's Apple's and that's Google's. But I do want Face Unlock. Sometimes I just want to unlock my phone with my face, and I just want to do that. Please, Google, just want to unlock my phone with my face. Sometimes. That's all. Especially when your reader, it kind of sucks. I mean, if you gave us that on my Pixel 6 now, I'd be pretty much, I probably wouldn't even be making this video. To be honest with you, I'd probably be pretty happy with it. Nah, I'd be making this video instead. Anyways, so yeah, but I do plan on getting like the Pixel Buds, the Pixel Watch, and the Pixel Tablet when it come out. Just heard today on Twitter that they may be having a stylus with the Pixel Tablet. So I'm excited because you guys, if you know me from Twitter, you know that I draw on my tablets, on my iPad, and my Galaxy S7 Plus, as well as my Surface Pro. So I draw, and I draw on all these tablets, and I love the drawing experience on all of them. That's really not my Surface Pro 7 because it doesn't have the 120 hertz refresh rate. So the iPad and my Galaxy S7 Plus is probably like my go-to. But I do plan on getting 8. So hopefully when I do get that, then the experience changes. But anyways, I'm excited about that. The Pixel Watch, I'm just ready to stop using my Galaxy Watch with my Pixel. I just want a Pixel Watch to go with the watch. And then the Buds, I'm excited because my Pixel Buds A series kind of sucks. So yeah, these are like things that I'm expecting from this year as far as Google goes. I'm excited about everything. And are you? Are you getting anything? Are you getting the Pixel? Are you getting the Buds, the watch, the tablet? You tell me. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this podcast. If you're listening or you're watching, I appreciate it. And as always, love you. Peace out.